Today we're going to head out on the road with the Ninja and the black and gold Ninja. We have two Ninjas, a green one and a black and gold one. And at the end of this, by special request, I have some pretty interesting things from a stunt show we went to not long ago. Jason Britten, of course, one of the best. And he did a stunt show down at the motorcycle mall. And I have it all on video. It'll be at the end. And the summer heat just keeps rolling on, rolling. And not much you can do about it, except get up early, get up before the chickens, get up before the fish. Get up and get out on the open road early. And boy, we are making every attempt at doing that. And it's the only way we get to ride pretty much every day. Okay guys, take it right out of my hand. There you go. Oh my God, what big fish. All right guys. Now getting everything ready in the morning, it's just the same old thing every morning, moving bikes around, cleaning bikes, checking air in the tires, getting everything prepped up and trying. The big thing is to try to get out on the open road before the real heat of the day. And sometimes that's challenging. I always check my carbon fiber parts to see how they're holding up with time. This part the whole part is carbon fiber. And looking for any cracks, all the little custom lettering we did on this. And thank you, John Pothier and Thomas Luciano, both. All of the custom gold paint we made on this is a 500-hour restoration. And of course, the biggest thing is the wheels. But the farm has to come first. These plants, these are Karen's treasures along with her vegetables. And every day we do have fresh vegetables. We do have fresh flowers, tomatoes, tomato sauce. You never know. Every day there's something different. And we always have some interesting things coming on a computer. I answer them before I ride. Now this morning before I go out riding, this is from Stephen Walker in Australia. He sent me a birthday present. We'll deal with that on the next question and answer. But this is a picture of his dog, Kara. She's 16 years old. Wow, very cool. What are you going to be making while I'm out riding?
I'm making roasted tomato sauce.
Roasted tomato sauce. And I'm going to go roast some Michelin 5 tires. 2 hours. The weatherman says 2 hours before it's a really good chance of rain. But at this temperature, I don't even think it matters if it rains. So before I head out, I wanted to give a shout out to Boozer, who said he watches the videos before work. Hey, good for you, and he's enjoying them, and he picked up enough information that he painted his own bike. And boy, do I ever like to hear that. Now also, Boozer, you know, we've corresponded before, and I wanted to explain something to you real quick, because I had put this in the comments section. You say I don't shift the bikes a lot. Well, where I ride, that the R1 basically goes 90 miles an hour in first gear, so there's not a lot of shifting. This bike, there'll be a lot more shifting today, but it's got a real low first gear, and keep in mind every bike is different, and shifting up and down just before you go into a corner, not my style of riding. But anyway, everybody's got a different style. Just thought I'd share that. This bike will be a little different than the R1. And that's the whole reason I like to ride a different bike anytime I can. Just keeps it interesting. Now one thing I love about the restoration of this motorcycle, the Bentley black, and I paid top dollar for that paint, boy. And look at how it reflects the blue in the sky and the sun. Worth every penny. And because all my original Amar race bikes were painted black and gold, I always feel like there's a little nostalgia in this that, well, it's a nostalgia thing for me anyway. Not sure it's nostalgia for anybody else. And very early in this ride, it really turned into a steam bath. It really got hot and humid, and we are trying to do as much of the ride in the shade as possible. Stay in the shade. for Boozy, you can see if you look back at that last little cut, it'd be pointless to be upshifting and downshifting, upshifting and downshifting. You just pick the gear that'll get you through the turn the most efficiently. At least that works for me. Not sure it works for everybody. And this bike has an uncanny way of loving these back roads, especially the switchbacks. And no matter what gear you're in, even if you're in a gear too high or a gear too low, that engine is so nice and flexible. And I always think that somewhere along every ride when I ride this bike or any one I restored, I think back about that cold winter, snow on the ground, freezing out there with the electric heater and the quartz heater, and numb fingertips and drinking extra coffee. Don't care about it now, just got the bike. And once you roll that throttle open, go through the gears a few times, you forget all about that 500 hours. That 500 hours, all that snow that melted, doesn't mean a thing. I know Scott dropped me a note that this was his favorite of all my bikes. I don't know, Scott, I like them all. Now, it's funny, in the winter, I'm trying to stay in the sun all the time and avoid the shade. And for this whole summer, this has really been a hot summer. I'm trying to find shade, even just to take pictures. And I struggled to get this color gold right. I mixed the paint myself with pigment from Amazon and with clear, and I struggled to get the exact color gold I wanted, but boy, when it's out in the sun, worth every penny. Now, even the small carbon fiber parts, like the part under the cowl behind the instruments, even a little part like that, it just changes the bike. This bike, like the MT-09, has a lot of little details. And that carbon fiber thing I made for under the windshield that replaced that flat black part, when I used to see this in flat black, I was not entertained. I like the way the carbon came out, and it's standing the test of time very well. And sometime I'll just park this bike in a driveway and sit in my my lazy boy chair out in the backyard with a cup of coffee and just look at what my labor of love over a whole winter has got me, and I'm so happy with it. And that Bentley black, it just buffs out like a mirror when you're done. Oh, God. And the paint, it was so expensive, but worth it. Now, of course, all beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but to me, this bike is unique, and it's comfortable, and it gets good mileage, and it's as solid as a rock. It's reliable, it doesn't wear out tires, and the biggest thing of all, it is just fun to ride. Now, it's not going to be long now, and I'm going to be swapping out the front tire for a Michelin 5. I've got the Michelin 5 on the back that I'm doing a mileage test on. I'll have the front one. And then what I'll have is I can really compare the mileage I was getting with the 2s to the 5s on two different motorcycles and get some kind of an idea what the advantage is. And of course, the thing that makes it all happen for me, the radar detector. Valentine has saved my bacon almost every ride. And I think if I didn't have the radar detector, the rides would be just that much less enjoyable and that much more expensive paying the tickets. And one of the little detail things on this particular bike, the way the headlights, it's kind of a mean looking front end, and it's got the extra headlights on the side and the blinkers are built into the fairing. There's a lot of little cool little stuff on this bike. Now, a really big important part of this bike is how quiet it is when you're going through populated areas. And I think when you get out on the open road and you go to the red line, it has a really nice growl as you back off the gas. Hey, I hope Boozer likes that too. Hey, every bike is different. You gotta love them all. And in this day and age, with all the accessories that are available, it's so easy to make a bike your own. Whether you buy accessories, make them, whether you paint it yourself, pay somebody to paint it. And Booza, again, I'm dedicating this video to you. I congratulate you again on painting your bike. I hope you'll send me some pictures. Now I have to do a little homework too. I'm not sure I know the reason why, but I need to know why around the lake areas, no matter where the lakes are, high or low, it's always just a little bit cooler around the lakes. And on a day when it's as hot as it is today and is steamy, even dropping a couple of degrees or getting in the shade makes a big difference. always think this bike, like the SV650 or the V-Strom, this bike is a sleeper. You look at it and you just never really realize how much fun it is to have one of these in your collection. And a lot of times you go to the garage and the bike just talks to you and says, hey, wouldn't it be great to ride me today? And it's time to start thinking for a good turnaround spot and heading back. Today was just a great day to be out on the open road, but boy, did it get hot at the end of this ride. Now, in my lifetime, I've restored and worked on a lot of motorcycles over 60 years, but I always think the time and energy I put into this particular bike, I just think I've gotten a really exceptional value for the time I've spent. It's time to head back to the farm. I'm just about as cooked as if somebody put me in a pizza oven for a while. Anyway, I know some of my friends aren't riding during this really hot weather, and some of them are, well, maybe just as crazy as I am. They're out riding right now. I don't know. But anyway, it will be wonderful to get back to the farm, the fish, the air conditioning, and of course, the bride. Everything okay on the farm? Okay. What time is Miles getting here? Soon? I'm ready. I'm ready for some iced tea. It's hot out here. Well, the day turned into a steam bath. I thought it was going to rain this morning. It looked like rain. It never rained. But didn't. None of it's the heat, the humidity. When you still get a ride, there's things make it inconvenient, and there's things that make it if you can't ride. As long as it's still inconvenient and you still get a ride, I'm happy. So at the end of this video, there are some outtakes of the Jason Britten Motorcycle Mall Stunt Show. I know a lot of my friends really enjoy these stunt shows. A lot of people enjoy doing wheelies and stoppies and whatever. But unfortunately for me, I've aged out of doing that kind of stuff.
Sit down circles, give it up, give it up. Jason riding switchback. Come on, New Jersey, let's make some noise for Football Come on, New Jersey, give it up. Give it up! Let's make some noise for Team No I think Eric's about to scrape his tail. 12 o'clock. Let's give it up for Eric Long Show. Give it up, give it up. Not happy over there. 50-50 trips. The shuffle right into a circle rally. Come on, give it up, give it up! My chair's Tommy. Right into the crowd. High five. Do not wash your hands. Very important. Let's make some noise for Team No Limit. Give it up, give it up. This is why we call Team No Limit. But it is what it is. That's just what we crushes the kid, not me. And myself, Jay. There is no limit to what we do. That's what we're going to keep on
So if you enjoyed that, that's one of the, I think there's 2 or 3 other ones out there of the stunt shows that I've done. And they're all out on the channel, my name in quotation marks, and just put stunt show. Anyway, it's one of the parts of motorcycling that I have total respect for these guys. They got a lot of talent. They got a lot of energy. And I hope somebody else is paying for the tires and the engines. But anyway, I have my own enjoyment from motorcycles, as we all do. Everybody's got something they enjoy more. I enjoy having these custom bikes, and I enjoy riding as much as I can with doing as few wheelies and stoppies as possible. At my age, anyway. 77, coming up very soon. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the video, and Booza, this one's for you, for sure. I am so happy that you got some information off the video to paint your bike. I hope Stephen Walker goes and pets the dog. And right now I have to go take, my grandson is getting ready to go to his swim club. So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you share it with your friends. And of course, I hope, most of all, that we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks again for watching.